For thousands of years, the massive serpent Sarkaroth was haunting the scattered villages of the Dokarian desert, eating both the villagers and the crops. The presence of this menacing creature made it impossible for any civilization to grow. One day, the magisters of Dokar came together and came up with the idea of keeping the serpent well fed through generous offerings in hopes of keeping the serpent away from the villages. At the southernmost point of Ushea, above the serpent's deep cave, Dokarians built a temple to organize the offerings. The idea was a success, and the serpent stayed away from the villages and the Dokarian Empire grew. Come with me and check out the temple of Sarkaroth. Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another video. Today we are a brand new place. We're in the desert in the southern part of Ushea, far away from anything we've built so far, and we're looking at a temple here, the temple of Sarkaroth. It's a desert style building here. You can see we're in the desert here, close to where we're going to have some massive desert cities in the future, which I'm looking forward to. But what we have built here is a temple. This was a small little project just to do something a little different other than Osterham, get my inspiration flowing, but also testing out the styles that I'm going to be using for the bigger cities to come. The lore behind this place is, as I've dropped in the beginning here, it's a temple of a massive serpent that used to just haunt the entire area here. It was horrible living in the desert, and the serpent just made it even worse. So the idea is that this temple here was built to have some people here to continuously just feed this serpent, so the serpent was happy and the serpent did not go out to haunt the cities or villages and eat the people, eat the food and everything. And over time, as they understood the importance of this temple here, the temple grew as well. And it's now kind of looked up upon of being one of the, I guess you could call it monks that are living here. I've decided to call them sand snakes. So the people working here or living here are called sand snakes by the common people. And their only job is to ensure that the serpent doesn't eat the rest of the kingdom or the empire. So that's the entire idea of this place here, and it's grown to become a rather fancy looking temple over time. One of the key features of the design here is that I'm using a pyramid kind of shape for most of the things here. You can see it's all angles and leaning inwards, which I wanted to do. I want to have that for my bigger cities, but it's also a lot of desert buildings have this kind of shape, so playing around with that just made sense in my mind. Another key feature is all of the serpent details. You can see these fangs here, like the serpent fangs look super cool, and it's almost like a small pyramid, but it's shaped a little differently. I just think it works super cool. And then we have some serpents decorating these portals at either side here, one on either side, looking really cool as well. And then we have this thing here, which is supposed to symbolize the tail of the serpent, the big tail of the serpent here. So that's kind of the overall general style of this place here. We're going to take a look at everything inside here eventually, but before we get to that, I want to show you the main reason for this place, and that is the cave below. So down here there's a massive cave where the serpent lives, and it goes out here into the waters, and it travels super fast around the area here and eats everything it can find, really. So it still moves around, goes out to the ocean and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to go that far to get fed, because now people are staying here, working full time to keep the serpent fed. So it's a massive, dark and deep cave, but when you come in here, you get to the lair of the serpent, and it's staying on top of this big mound here of everything. There's even gold down here. They're kind of offering that to it. There's bones, everything. It's just like a massive pile of everything they've given to the serpent over the years. And this is where it sleeps, and it's rather happy because it hasn't really been haunting the villages in a long time, which has made the Dokarian Empire one of the most wealthy empires and biggest empires of the continent. So I'm looking forward to further explore the lore and the kingdom here in the southern part of Ushea. That's going to be really fun. Now let's take a look at the temple itself. What you first meet is this massive staircase with torches or whatever on both sides. It takes you up, you go through this portal here with the serpent overlooking the path, and you come in here, and it's very plain. It's very hot here, so they don't spend a lot of time outside. We have a little bit of a garden here, and we even have a little pool or water feature. I guess this is where they would wash themselves, so that's really cool. In the back here we have a small entrance to the first floor of this place. This is where they sit. It's it's a small simple room. They have some areas here to sit on the ground where they can eat and read and stuff. They will spend a lot of time reading, so they're kind of like magisters or very wise people, I guess. So yeah, they can sit here. We have books and everything in here. This is their living quarters, so they're sleeping on mats. It's something I really want to do a lot of in this area here, is that they sleep on the floor on mats. So they just have a big mat and they just share this. They just sleep stacked next to each other here. And here we have a small dining room or feast room thing where they eat. And on this side we have a small kitchen area where they prepare all the food. And in the back, a little storage, like a pantry thing. Nothing too fancy, but it works. And then on this side we have a bigger pantry storage room thing with some grains and wine, important stuff, you know. Now we can go outside and we can check out the upper sections, which are like more cool looking. So we come up here, we have another small garden. We have this this statue of the tail of the serpent here, looking pretty cool. Again, pyramid shaped. Just playing around with the shapes, and I think it works. Here we actually have a small watch post, so they don't want to go into the serpent's cave when the serpent is there. So they always have people here watching, so they can see if the serpent goes out to the ocean, and they can kind of map where it is or if it's home or not, so they don't send people to their death. All right, so there's always people here looking out over the oceans, just making sure that the serpent is not home, or if it's home, they know it. So that's that. And then in here we have like the temple itself, and over time this has grown to become such a big phenomenon in this area here, so it's almost like a god to the Dokarians. So they come in here, they worship it, and they have ceremonies and stuff, especially the priests or monks living here in this cool, rather unique shaped room. I like it a lot, just doing something completely different. And then there's a balcony on the back here, just to get some fresh air and look out, which is cool. So overall, it's not a big building, but it's really cool, I think. And just doing something different like this just builds on the lore. I know a lot of you guys love that, the lore I add to the buildings. So hope that you guys will enjoy this. And again, I'm looking forward to just starting other projects in this area here with this kind of style, because I think it's such a cool thing, and especially if we're starting to do even bigger buildings with this kind of style here, it's going to look awesome. And I'm not saying that's going to be my next project, I'm just saying in the future I want to do that, and I have some plans for some cities and other villages around this area here, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's going to be it for today's episode, a rather short one, but hope you guys don't mind. Thank you so much for watching, guys, really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.